Hello, everybody. Welcome. Look at the beautiful lady I have here to talk hobbies and passions. Hello, Becki.
Hi everyone. How are you tonight?
And I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing decent.
Yeah, we're doing decent. Her and I were doing it. We're surviving today. We're
Mm-hmm.
crushing Tuesday.
Yep.
That's all we can do, right?
Yes.
Well, for anyone who does not know the beautiful Becki, she has a YouTube channel called My Five Star Life. She has lots of wonderful videos from Disney to her all sorts of different journeys she's taken on, walking, losing weight, whatever have it. Please check it out because it's a wonderful channel. And she has wedding things on there. There's just a lot of wonderful content Becki has on her channel.
Mhm.
So please check out Becki's channel. So I'm just going to say a quick hi to a couple people in the chat. Hey, to Sharia. Hey, our beautiful pal, Misty. Yeah, we love a survivor. Yep, some days we just survive. Well, thank you for waiting so long, Becki. Becki and Will waited a long time to get back because they were my next guest when I actually canceled, like whatever it was, 6, 7, 8 months ago. I'm not sure how long it was. So thank you for waiting, Becki, and saying yes again to do this
No
with me.
problem.
Well, let's talk about some of the hobbies I do know. I know you have a new one
Mhm.
starting, so let's share that one at the end because that's one I don't know too much
Okay.
about you got going on. But let's talk about when you first started making videos. Where did you want it to go? I believe you were kind of interested in maybe making movies with creating your content because I know you like to sing and act and do all these kind of fun things, real creativeness.
Mhm. Well, when I started the channel, since I wanted to be two things when I grew up. I wanted to be like a singer or an actress, or I wanted to be a teacher. Um, and since the singer and actress thing hasn't really been, working out that great, and then people start doing YouTube, and I start following some like Disney creators on YouTube, I went, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just have my own like show, basically. And so I started this channel with the intention to do adventures, to do fun outings, to kind of show everyone like the South Jersey area where I'm from and all the fun things that I'd like to do, or all the activities that you can do in the area, or like different trips that I do. So that was my intention. And then I started a weight loss journey. I got engaged and married. I was going to say last year, but it's actually it's 2 years. It's going to be 2 years this summer now. So I've shared different other things on this channel. I ended up doing a lot of like Disney unboxings and things like that. But I'm kind of geared towards just kind of sharing like fun things, fun adventures right now, doing some life updates, things like that. But my one of my passions is the fact that like I can create a movie or a video or take pictures with like an old fashioned DSLR camera and just put it together and make a story. That's
What
something I
kind of
like.
camera is that? I'm not familiar with it.
DSLR, it's before I started making actual like movies, I make like slideshows with pictures, and it's the the like the instead of like a cell phone or like a point and shoot camera where you just like click and it like uh what's oh my gosh, what's the word? Instead of it you being just clicking and the camera automatically fixing the settings for you, you have to adjust how much
Oh, sure.
exposure, how much color saturation, how much you have to manually like take a picture,
Okay.
like the art of photography.
Yeah. Real
Yeah,
more art.
like the old Misty, like like the old 35 millimeter um
Okay. Gotcha.
digital.
That's fabulous. And it is kind of cool when you get to use some of those older cameras, especially the
Mhm.
ones where you have to put the film in itself, because you're right, you have to
Yeah.
make sure you have the right lighting and whatever you're going to be doing.
Yeah, I actually took a photography class in high school, and they taught us the old-fashioned darkroom, and I really liked that. And then after high school, I remember I used to make like I don't know, $250 a paycheck back when I was making like that
Mhm.
amount. And I blew the whole pay. Wait, no. That was, I had a video camera, and then the video camera got old. It was like the eight, not the eight, was it 8 track? And then I got the DSLR, and I think I was making a little bit more, and I think I took my whole paycheck and got the DSLR.
Oh,
It's back when I
wow.
was living at home with mom, and like I just like blew the
But
whole paycheck.
I took that photography class too in high school because you had to take your film out and put it like in this little bag or whatever it was and take the
Yeah,
film out. And
can't
that was
expose
fun.
the light,
Yeah.
or you ruin it, and then you have to put it in the different solutions.
Yeah.
And
The solutions that stunk. They stunk. Yeah. That
I
was fun. I did that too in high school. That was
high
fun.
eight, not 8 millimeter, Misty, high eight. It was like the video cameras back in 2004. I had one of those.
Oh,
2005.
okay.
Not the one I have now that I vlog with. It was like you actually put like a tape in it, and like the films on the tape.
Oh, kind of like the handheld video
Yeah,
recorders
but a
back in the day.
smaller, when they got smaller,
Yeah, when they were
and those
small
were the
like
high
this.
tech ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about now. Sorry, my brain just wouldn't get
and
there.
that's where all my embarrassing 21-year-old videos are that won't make the internet because I don't have a way of getting them on there, and I won't anyway.
Yeah. Now they're yours for whatever you choose to do with them.
Yeah, the small VC. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'd
little
have to
teeny things.
digitally put like the title, like Becky's birthday, and I'd have to
Yeah.
punch it into the
Oh, I
camera.
love it. You're so creative. No, I know you said you like to sing and act. Did you do any of that in school too or church? Did you sign up for choir or any acting classes?
hmm I was in choir in middle school. I was in drama club in middle school. Then in high school, I was in thespian club. I was in drama club. I did the musical 1 year, but I really liked drama club. So I was in all 4 of the plays. It was really, really fun. But like I liked the stage, but then I always in the back of my mind thought like I would love to be on TV or in like film and something like that, which I still would if I could like be an extra in like something somewhere. My life's um my life's goal is fulfilled, and then I can go
You'll be on
peacefully
cloud
into
nine. Whoop, whoop,
yes.
cloud nine. Well, what were some of the ones that you really enjoyed doing during that singing? What's, musicals or plays? What were some of your favorites that you did?
I think my favorite ones at my junior year of high school, we did Agatha Christie murder mysteries.
Ooh, fun.
And I was one of the main characters in one of them, like one of the suspects. The suspects didn't do it, by the way. It was my brother in the play that was like the murderer. But I think those were my favorite because we did 4 different ones, so there was plenty of opportunity to get like a role. And then like I think each night or each there's 3 nights and one matinee, so each play had one showing, and then we got to like watch all the other people's plays, and it was I couldn't guess I couldn't guess who did it, but the one I was in it was called The Mousetrap.
Okay.
Or Play The Mousetrap, and I was the Miss Casewell. I don't know if anybody's seen that. I never saw any of her
It
plays or
sounds
movies.
familiar. I've seen some and it does sound familiar, but I can't remember it completely. But it
Well,
sounds
she's well now if you ever watch it, it's not Miss Casewell. Okay, she's not the murderer, by the way. But spoiler alert. And I just said, well, I won't even anyway. That one is kind of obvious when you go back and watch it and you go, oh, of course that one's the murderer. But it was 10 Little Indians, I think The Hollow. And then there was another one, I can't think of it. But I kind of liked the 10 Little Indians because it's like they get murdered one by one until there's like 3 left, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I just remember that being so fun, and just like I think that was like one of the because in middle school, I didn't have a lot of friends, but in high school, there was a variety of people. And I felt like at the time that was my like tribe, that was my crew. And it was fun to hang out and have friends and
Well,
interact
and
with
you found your
different.
tribe and you all kind of like some of the same type things. So you had lots of things to talk about, laugh about, and enjoy each other's company. So that's wonderful that you were able to find that when you're in high school. Absolutely. So I'm curious too, because you're singing and you have sang on your YouTube channel. If you were to, be in a movie or a musical, whatever it would be, what would you like to sing?
You know what? I've never thought about that. Like, I figured, like, I always pictured myself, and this is just the easy, I think, go to, like, I don't know, like a Disney princess type where I'm singing in the woods, or I'm talking about the 3 dozen eggs that are expensive. True story, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's what that's what I pictured maybe when I was like younger. Like I'm
Mhm.
gonna be like the feminine lead of
Whimsical, feminine character just
yeah,
singing about, all the fun little girly things. Yeah.
yes, yes. um, yeah. But the role I really fit into most of the time, if I am in that setting, is more of like the tomboyish, like the hard nose, like the I hate to say it like this, the disgusting female type, like the like the
The more hardcore. You wanted to be like
yeah,
your more
yeah,
hardcore girl. And yeah.
yeah. Because my senior year, I was the burping grandma in the play,
Oh, there you go.
which is pretty close to who I am in real life. So it's almost like I got to be myself, and I got to just be Becki
Yeah, there you go. You found yourself in the
and be
burping grandma
rude,
game.
blunt, just so.
I love it. Well, did you decide to do any more of that after high school?
I never after that. I was going to college for dramatic arts, but I didn't. I went 2 semesters and that was it. I've thought about doing local theater, but I've never really like since it's been so long.
Mhm.
Um, it would be really out of my comfort zone to do
Well,
something
you
like that.
technically are doing one of the things that you thought about when you were young. You
Mhm.
do work at schools and you help with children. And
Mhm.
so technically, you are doing one of the things you dreamed up when you were little.
Mhm.
Maybe not exactly the way maybe you thought it when you were that age, but you are
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, I do. And I actually incorporate some like of the dramatic arts, sometimes depending on the day, situation, who I'm interacting with. I do, because I like to hold an audience if I
Mhm.
have the chance. I do get to kind of teach, like kind of direct, kind of get into a certain character at different parts of the day. Like earlier today, I was trying to just like ease some tension that was going on in the classroom. And
Yeah.
so I just decided to act like a certain character to kind of like get a couple of laughs, and it worked. Like, so I get to still,
Utilize these in your
yeah,
daily
yes,
life. Mhm.
perfect word utilized. Yes.
Yeah, utilize in your daily life. And
Hmm.
plus, not only do you want to cut the tension of certain situations, but you also want to bring joy and happiness through from yourself and in
Hmm.
that way to people because that
Hmm.
brings you great joy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it did, like, and part of it was like just to start the morning off right with one of my students. And I came up to them and I just put on this whole character this morning. They were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, what are you doing, Mrs. Price? Like, what?
Well,
So,
and then plus, if you get to read stories or anything, you can be different
mhm,
characters in the classroom too, and that's kind of fun. When I worked at the preschool, that was my actually favorite time is to read stories because then you can make all sorts of crazy voices and whatever, and then the kids
mhm,
are like, "Whoa!" I mean, and plus I worked with real little kids, 3, so you can entertain them
mhm,
real easy. But they still thought it was fun. So yeah, teaching kids is a full show. What? I can't even read.
Mm-hmm. A full show day.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, Becky's on. You are right. Becky is on from the time she gets in the classroom till the students leave the classroom. Absolutely. So yeah, that's fabulous.
And I
Well, and then oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry,
Oh,
Becky.
no,
Go
oh
ahead.
no, I had one little last thought on that.
Go ahead.
And sometimes I think I put a character on because I'll come in like my normal self. I'll be in a bad mindset, like 'cause I'm a student, blah 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 blah. The little ding 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 having. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Okay, thank you for coming to school. Okay, we're gonna have a great day today, everybody. All right, you just get unpacked. All right, you come see me in a minute. Thank you very much. And then of course, like they go off to lunch, and I'm like,
I
so
think in a way we might all do that, Becky, because I even like when I used to work corporate, I would come in no matter what was happening at home, nobody knew. It was just
uh-huh,
like, oh, hey, how, blah, blah, blah,
mhm,
and then we'd be in meetings, make it smooth and entertaining as possible. Yeah. And I think that might be normal about us. What
mhm.
is Missy saying? We'll have a great day and I'll secretly cry about it later. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All morning, just putting it on. I'm just laying it on thick this morning.
Becky's sandwich is all soggy because of the tears at lunchtime, trying to get her sandwich down.
Mhm.
No, but yeah, but I think that's normal for all of us. But it is good for the kids because you're de-escalating, you're bringing them
Mhm.
joy and happiness, and you're also feeling something in your soul because you do enjoy singing, acting, and playing
Mhm.
characters. So you have that too in a daily basis. It might not be the movies that you had intentionally planned, but guess
Mhm.
what? Life is still you're still young. And there's people who don't become actors until they're in their 60s and 70s,
Mhm.
So who knows what's around the corner for you with that?
Mhm.
You just never know. I would like to talk about your decorating because
Okay.
one, you have your house theme very cute. And because you do live by the ocean, you kind of have a lot of like oceany vibes and beachy vibes in your house. Have you always liked decorating, or is this something you kind of like later on?
This was later on. Like I used to, for lack of a better word, I used to be a slob. I used to have stuff all over. I used to just have piles and pot. Like I used to just. I was very unorganized. Then I started. I want to say, when did I start cleaning houses? So I started cleaning houses in the summer as like a turnover job. And these are million, few $1 million houses. And they're perfectly arranged and they're perfectly decorated. And and I'm there cleaning. I'm like, well, wouldn't I like to have this? And something clicked. And I went, I want the Joanna Gaines house. And so that's where that took off. And so from being in like a shore town area,
Mm-hmm.
I learned like, okay, this is a good color for this. This is maybe a not so good color for that. This is maybe you want to have this arrangement on this type of wall, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe you want to have this. I don't know. I want to say like because I'm still learning, like, but I see other people's decorations and like certain like shapes and colors and arrangements, and I would learn off of them and play off of them. So that's how I kind of put my place together. But now that me and Charlie are together, um, I've actually gotten rid of a lot of the beachy stuff. I actually have another family member who actually has a beach themed house, and I actually help them decorate, and it's all beach themes. Whereas like my house
Mm-hmm.
now is kind of like my living area does have beach in it, but it's more of like a collaboration of like things that we've gotten from here and there and different like themes and like even like I said like with colors and shapes,
Mm-hmm.
like I have um certain like furniture or couches or curtains and things like that. And I realized that, okay, that doesn't work. Next time I need to do this. Next time I should probably do this style. So I still like I'm learning, and then my
Mhm.
taste changes. If I could right now, it would cost a lot of money. My living room would look a lot different right now. Like
What would you
from
be interested in changing it to?
lighter colors.
Mhm.
When I first did the living room, it was Charlie had just lived there, and I was at my own apartment, so it was more like a man cave
Mhm.
kind of like feel.
Yeah.
And like even the paint color, when we originally painted the walls, I thought they were going to be like lighter and a different type of gray. And they are almost like a blue or like a dark gray. Whereas like I would love for it to be a little bit lighter
Mhm.
and like maybe like some of the furniture to be a little bit darker and things like that. Because when I bought my current couches, I thought they would look good up against the wall, and they don't look as nice, I think, as the couches before them, like
Mm.
con- contrast. So, definitely have some things to redo in the future. There's some other projects in their house we'd like to do at like a future time, and I think I'm gonna do a whole different type of style, like and one.
Mhm. Well, and plus our oh, what's the word I want to say?
Taste.
Our taste
Yeah,
changes as we
yeah.
grow older, and yeah, and like because you are in New Jersey and you are near the ocean and the beachy vibes, and that's fun. But yeah, you may have different tastes now. You and Charlie are like, oh, we
Mhm,
want to, this was fun now, but we're gonna switch it up to whatever for the next time, next things. But you
mhm.
also decorated your wedding, and you did that all by yourself. I mean, I know people helped probably
Yeah.
with little things here and there, but it was your theme, your idea, and you executed it. Is this something that you would see yourself helping other people with? And maybe, let's say I live 3 blocks down. I said, oh my gosh, Becki, would you help me decorate my house? Would that be something you're interested in, or just your own for yourself?
I want to say yes and no because I realize it. I think it depends on what kind of theming it is, and I don't even know what half the themings like. I don't even know what half of the decoration like kind of like designs and themes are called. Because there's like boho, there's which I'm kind of know. I feel like I would kind of be familiar with, but not really. There's like beach theme, which I know, and that's why I was able to like in my apartment put it together. I think
Mhm.
decently because that's what I know. So I think I feel like it depends on what type of decor you want it and
Oh yeah,
how.
for sure. But now you're learning how, let's
Mhm,
put the pictures up on the wall this way. This is a good way to have your frames and X, YZ, that type
mhm,
of stuff. You have learned that because like you said, you've seen it in places where you never seen that maybe that
mhm,
before. And then that inspired you, for your creativity because you're very creative and you need a creative outlet. So you kind of have like the ideas and color schemes. So, I think no matter what it would be, you would be able to, I think, truly figure it out, if that was something you
mhm,
would choose to go for more in the future.
mhm. I don't think I might do it as like an extra thing to do
Mhm,
for like fun, but I
mhm.
don't know if I would do it like professionally.
No, you're just
Yeah,
like, hey, that's cool. I got
yeah.
to do my stuff and maybe help some friends out. But
Mhm.
then, how much time do you think you spent decorating with all your wedding themes? From A to Z.
You know what? The decor part, there's a lot of my wedding, like, it was, like, a year of planning,
Hmm.
but some of the stuff I coulda gotten done in, like, 6 months, but it was, like, from the time we started planning it, I wanted a summer wedding. I could have honestly been ready by, like, that February, but
Hmm.
I wanted this, like, summer stuff, so, um, when I say the decor, that took me, cause okay, technically, it only took me a couple months, but I
Hmm.
had already had, like, a Pinterest board with a
Hmm.
lot of ideas from,
Hmm.
like, 10 years before, and a lot of those ideas I ended up using.
Hmm. That's fabulous.
Hi,
Hey, I'm just
everyone
going to
that
quick say, hey, how
joined.
you doing,
I was
Chris?
looking at it, but I was in the middle of the
Yeah, just waving hi
convo.
and people popping in. How is everyone doing? But no, I just think that's fabulous because the reason I think this is fabulous is because you have other creative
Mhm.
outlets. Whether you just do
Yeah.
it for yourself or maybe, you're interested in that somewhere else down the line. But, is in you, I think I shouldn't assume. I'm not trying to assume, but I
Mhm.
feel that you like to be creative. And so,
Mhm.
maybe you don't have enough energy to maybe make some videos, or you're kind of, I don't know what the word is,
Mhm.
you don't have a desire to make some videos right now, but hey, I can rearrange, get some different picture frames, or, whatever have
Mhm.
you, style your house, and you're still using your creativeness. So
Mhm.
I think that's fabulous. I do, because some people aren't very creative, and people aren't, they just don't care about that kind of stuff. But when you are, you do need that outlet because it fills your soul, because you're being creative.
Mhm. And that's exactly what I did because, like, with the weather, like, I can't go out and really do the type of video I want. I actually, I think it was during the, I just had a snow day last week. I rearranged one of my shelves. I did. I was like, I need to do something today.
Yeah.
And oh, that looks like something. And it was literally like I tried to do it in an arrangement. I was watching a HGTV show and
Mhm.
she's talking about how to design a shelf. And I was like, I'm going to put a couple books over here. Then you have to balance it out over here. And then
Yeah.
I was like, I just did it.
You
But
just
now
did
I
it,
need
and
some
use your
fake plants.
creativeness. And I bet that felt good too
Yeah.
afterwards, you know? And then was it something that you were like, every time you kind of seen it, did you dislike it, or you just felt like doing it?
Um, I think I get like on a whim and I just feel like doing
Yep.
it.
Just, hey, I'm going to do this
Yeah.
today. That's fabulous. I love it. Now, I want to talk about the beach. Well, I love all your
Mhm.
videos, from Disney
Right,
to
wait, that's not
everything. Oh, go
not
ahead. What?
so is that Ken or so, is it
Kenneth is his father.
okay.
Chris
Okay.
is using his father's account.
Okay, I was gonna say hi Ken, but not
And yeah, no,
Ken.
hey, yeah.
Hi
We learned
frugal
this a
mama.
while back because we all were saying, hey, Kenneth. And then he finally let us know that he's Chris,
Yeah.
who's using his dad's account.
I missed I was like, I don't think that's his name.
Yeah.
I missed that memo. Anyway.
No, no, that's a while back. I think we found that out on Misty's live stream a while back ago. So, so yeah, so we got Chris in the house. Hey, Chris. Um, but I really love your walking on the beach videos, and when you're at the beach, because we don't have the ocean here in Minnesota. We have lots of lakes, but there's just something magical to me about the ocean. So I really enjoy those videos you make. But I'm curious, how far away do you live from the ocean?
It's about 15 minutes. Kind of
Oh,
like 20. It depends. It depends which way. Well, okay.
okay.
So I actually live closer to Atlantic City.
Okay.
I'm literally like it's almost a straight shoot. It's like 15 minutes, but I don't go to Atlantic City. I go to Ocean City most of the time. Or if I do clean in the summer, I go even further down Cape May. And that's about 20, but I can hop on like our parkway where I'm actually located. So that's about 15. But if I go like the back roads and everything, it can take up to like 30 minutes sometimes in traffic. But it's a hop, skip, and a jump.
That's nice, because
Yeah.
especially if, let's say we're having, or I mean, including me in here now. Sorry about that. But let's just say you need a day. You need a day to get out of the house or work with whatever. You're 15 minutes away from fresh, beautiful air and the ocean, the sound of the lovely waves coming in and out. I'm curious, do you like, for yourself in general, do you like to go with other people to the beach and have like a lot of fun, maybe beach party type shenanigans or whatnot? Or do you prefer to go by yourself to have more reflection and spend some time, thinking inwards, or dealing with, maybe, who knows, whatever happened a week
Mhm.
ago? You want to get that out of your head.
Mhm. That's more of a me thing because I sit on the beach and I read a book.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like I don't mind. That's one of those things where it's like I like to be by myself, but I'm fine being around people. Like I'm fine going to the boardwalk and being like in the crowd, but if I'm interacting like live with a crowd, that's one of those things that's difficult for me. But being in the atmosphere and having this person over here and this person over there and the seagull stealing the sandwich over here, like I'm good with that. Because I like to, I think it's, I don't know, just be out there in the atmosphere. And then also I can just do like what I want when I want. I don't have to worry about what do you want to do and what do you want to do and
Mhm.
what do you want to do. So it's nice me time, even though
Mhm.
I'm not by myself. And then I do like getting in the ocean too. And a lot of people, there's a couple people I know that will do the beach and that like the beach, but a lot of people like the sand, which
Mhm.
I used to not be a beach person until maybe about, I want to say 5, 6, almost 10 years. About around the time I started working um, at a school, that's when I actually started going to the beach and like really enjoying it.
Mhm.
Um, I it's just something I enjoy that not a lot of other people I know will enjoy. So it's nice to have that thing that I can do for myself.
And since you do live so close, do you know of areas where they're less busy, less crowded? So you're able to, I mean, it's fine. Everyone, is welcome to the beach, but then, certain places
Mhm.
that are going to be probably less crowded for when you really want to have your alone time.
Most of the time, but it doesn't always work because I'll go there sometimes. It's Wednesday afternoon, and like I'll be like, why can't I find parking? And since I'm a local, I'm not going to the spot where I get to pay $10 a park. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not paying a meter. I'm going out to Timbuktu if I have to walk 5 blocks. So most of the time I can get away with it, but then sometimes I get there and like the beach will be, and this is just a pet peeve, and people from all over do it. I'll be sitting here and literally like I could probably touch the person, they'll park right next, and it like they'll crowd in. So it doesn't always work, but most of the time I have this I go out to the spots that aren't crazy.
Oh, I completely
Mhm.
understand that. Few times we've been to the ocean, the times when I was just with adults or with my family, with the kids and my husband, we would not try to go near anyone because,
Mhm.
like, not, because the kids there might be a little loud or, whatever. And I would never want to intrude on anyone, space or, whatnot. Or I would just sit if the kids wanted, they wanted to go real deep in the ocean with Rick and he'd pull them up, in the waves and that kind of stuff. And so we just make sure we were so far, kind of as far away as we possibly could. So we're not, bothering anybody. But like I said, we've only been, I don't know, I'll say 7, 8 times maybe. Excuse me, been fortunate enough to see the ocean. So, and if I could, I would see it every day. It's just magical.
Well, here's like I haven't 'cause I mean, it's been so cold. I've been wanting to go out. Like I'll
Mhm.
go out during the winter when it's not too cold, but the last time I actually went out to the beach and actually went on the beach was the week before I went to Disney this summer because it was like my regular beach day, and you'd be surprised. I do take advantage of the beach now, but it's like the closer you live to something, the less you do it.
You know what?
Kind
You're
of.
so true. So true. We have
So
so many
there's a
lakes and stuff,
yeah.
and I don't go to them as often as I should.
You don't go to the lake, right?
Yeah.
But if you didn't have it, you'd be like, "Oh, I wish I could sit
Yeah.
out on the lake
You know what?
today."
Very true. Very true, Becki.
So, yeah.
Very true. You're so right.
Mhm,
You are very, very right. And then I would love to talk about Disney with you because I know you
mhm.
love Disney. And like you had kind of mentioned at the beginning of this, when you found out about Disney and you kind of started doing that on your channel. But I want to go far back. What is the thing that maybe you first sparked you that you love Disney? Were you a child when this happened?
Um, Disney itself, like the movies, like the
Yeah.
like company itself,
Hmm.
been doing that since I was, 4, 5,
Hmm.
6.
Hmm.
Funny story is like when I used to watch the princess movies,
Hmm.
I didn't understand how animation worked. I knew people did their voices.
Oh.
So I thought there was a voice actor and then like a person actor. Like I didn't know it was like the same person. If that person uses their emotions, like sometimes like the person will act it out still,
Mhm.
and then they'll
Mhm.
animate off of that. In some cases, well, I had no idea. So I remember watching The Little Mermaid growing up and wishing that like I want to be the person that fits inside the cartoon one day and like gets into the cartoon like
Mhm.
out. That's what I thought. Like I didn't
Yep,
understand
yep.
it was drawn like so I remember that and I just remember watching the movies and stuff when I was younger. I remember wanting to go to Disney World because my grandparents had a house in Florida
Mhm.
and I really wish that I could have gone to Disney, but they lived in the Tampa area.
Mhm.
But we never went to Disney when we visited Florida when we were younger. I still love Florida though. I fell in love with it because I got to go there and got to enjoy the warm weather
Mhm.
and like the fun things to do there when I was younger. But Disney like World, that didn't actually start until about 2018. It was the year before we booked our first trip, and I had always wanted to go to Disney World, and my friend was going, and she had some like extra money she had gotten at the time, and she was like, she had already gone once. Her mom had gifted her and her sisters a trip for some things that they did, and they had gone. And she's like, "We're going back. Like now, I got to go back again. Like it's the best place in the world." And I was like, "I'd like to go, but right now, finances wise, I can't do it." And she just like she booked everything. Like I had to pay for my food, and then if I wanted to spend stuff, so the whole obsession with like Disney World and all that stuff didn't start until like pretty recently. And then of course I went once,
Yep.
and then I was like, I gotta go back. I don't know how like I'll gradually pay this one off to put it like $100 a month, and then COVID happened, so it
Mhm.
got pushed back, and then I ended up having money that I got, and I was able to do like the one that I planned and a extra one, and so since then, all right, here's $100 this paycheck towards it. Here's 100, and I just keep trying to go whenever I can.
Yeah, that's fabulous. And it's wonderful that
Mhm.
you have this place that you're so excited to go and you have such a wonderful time. What,
Mhm.
when you were younger and you were realizing that you were loving the princess movies and Disney, what was your ultimate favorite movie when
Oh,
you were
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast? I love
Yeah.
that one too.
Mhm.
Yep, that's one of my favorites. But when you're talking about Little Mermaid, that was my daughter's favorite. So
Mhm.
when she was little, we had that on almost constantly. So that movie, whenever I hear it or it's on, I just think of my daughter immediately because that was her favorite when she was little. So, but yeah, I love the Beauty and the Beast too. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, so you have, are you a part of the Disney Club? Something, right?
No, you mean like the
Oh,
vacation club?
I'm not sure. I thought I heard something on your channel. Maybe it's you're involved with Disney, other people's channels, Disney something. Is it
Um,
right? No, I can't remember.
it's the Disney community.
Maybe
So
that's it.
yeah,
Maybe that's it.
so it's other channels that like do like unboxing or do like pins because that's a big thing or
Mhm.
like merch. So when I started doing the channel, and it was during COVID. I came across people that were like doing these like these mystery unboxings, and so I started following some of those channels, and I started getting some of the boxes, and then there were people that would go and actually show their vacations
Mhm.
and share that stuff, or they would do like pins, or they used to have these. It reminds me, Misty. She was opening these mystery bags last
Yep.
night on her channel, and they used to have these Disney things called wishable bags, and it was like 4 or 5 or 6 like mystery, like little plushy things. I never got the big deal about them, but they were like really big, and a lot of people were doing them. So I started watching that, and then I became followers, and a lot of people from that same community became followers of my channel. But since I haven't really done, if I'm doing Disney, I'd rather be that I'm there
Mhm.
than,
Yeah, you
and
have a
it
lot
was
of videos
yeah,
while you're there. You're showing us the fun rooms, the rides,
mhm,
the food,
yeah,
trying the new stuff. So that's great because some people may never get there. So watching your video is the enjoyment
mhm,
that they're getting because maybe they'll never be able to afford to get there. So I think that's wonderful that you show all that,
Mhm.
because some people, they may want to go there and never get
Yeah.
there. So they get that joy from you videoing that. So that's great.
Yeah.
You know what, Becki? This is how I didn't even know this till like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. Disney World, Orlando World, Disneyland, LA. That's how you can I did not know that. So whenever I'd say, "Oh, I can't remember if it's Disney
Mhm.
World or Disneyland in Florida or California," never once did that occur
Mhm.
to me. It's already in the name.
Mhm.
You're either in Florida or you're
Mhm.
in California. I didn't even know that. I just learned that myself. Oh, yeah. Now I know it, so I won't
Mhm.
forget.
That's a whole nother rat. That's a whole nother rat. Disneyland, Disney World. What's
Yeah.
better? What's the difference? We that could be a whole
We've been to
like
both and we had fun both. They're fun.
yeah.
They're just fun. I suppose people can be snobby about whatever, but to me it's
They're
fun.
both
Kids
different and
have
they both
fun.
have their own bit of magic
Yeah.
depending on
Yeah.
what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Like they're both unique in their own way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then what else is it?
Mhm.
What is the animal one? Where you get the
Animal Kingdom.
Yes, we brought the kids to that. They loved that. That was a lot of fun.
That's
Yeah.
in World.
Yeah, that was great fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, Misty said she never thought of it. She just thinks they're Walt's parks. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I never knew that. And it's like, yeah, that makes no sense. How come my brain couldn't comprehend? It's right
I
in
saw I saw that
Orlando.
floating around. And it's like mind blown.
Yep,
Land, LA.
yep, yep. I know. And I'm like, why? That,
World
yeah, it's
War.
right over my head. Right over my head all these years.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I love when you're there, and I love to see your excitement and
Mhm.
with everybody who you're with, they're excited, and then you would sometimes share with everybody. You'd get like some new trio thing or whatever they were having, and you guys
Mhm.
would all take a bite or try the new
Yeah.
burger or whatever have you.
Mhm.
That's fun. And then you have your Mickey ears and hat,
Mhm.
and you make sure you pack for whatever day and
Uh-huh. Yeah, the
outfit
certain
too,
hat.
right?
The certain,
You match your
mhm.
outfit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
that's fun. And I get the attraction of the Mickey ears, Minnie ears, all of that, but I did not realize the extent of that
It's a
until
thing.
watching your videos. I
Mhm.
did not know that.
It's a there's a whole thing called Disney bounding where like you're not allowed to dress up like a certain character because they want the characters to look like the
Yeah.
characters. Unless you're like I want to say 5 or under. If you're a little kid, they let you wear a
You
princess
can
dress
be
or
you can
something
be
like
Belle
that.
or you can be from
Yeah.
Frozen or whatever.
But like we're not allowed to because then people are going to be coming up to me thinking I'm the real Belle or whatever. Like you know what I mean? But you can Disney bound, which is like you wear the same type of colors.
Yeah.
So maybe I wear like for Belle, she wears blue. So maybe I have like maybe a blue shirt and maybe a I don't know white skirt with like a pattern of blue, like something in her shape, or like people do like Mickey Mouse, where oh my god, I forget what Mickey Mouse looks like, and it's real easy. I know but like you wear like the same
Is it
color
the red little
shoes.
suspenders with the
He's
yellow buttons?
oh my gosh, Misty probably knows this. I'm looking at like I don't have anything that's like Mickey right in front of me, surprisingly.
Well, I
Um,
can tell you I don't have any, so I'm yeah, the
red
red
okay.
shorts, black top, and the
The
glove.
people, yeah, will wear red shorts, a black top, and then like yellow. He's yellow shoes, right?
Yeah,
Or is it
I think
white?
so. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so people know that, like, okay, you're Disney
You're
bound. There's
wearing a Mickey
Mickey.
outfit. You like
Yes.
Mickey, so you're wearing a Mickey outfit.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. They don't want you to wear the gowns and the
Yeah.
tiaras and whatever because they do want you to take the pictures with the people that work for Disney and already are, in character.
Mhm.
That makes great sense. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I haven't even shared. I don't think I've ever shared this with anybody. We brought the kids, and I think Rick was more excited than me and the kids. He would run to all the characters to get a picture. before the kids got to the characters.
That's me. Back off! I'm getting a picture with Bill.
I know. It took me by surprise at first. I thought he was kind of goofing, goofing around. And then I realized, no, he was having pure joy, excitement. And so I just was taking the pictures. And but I just, because he's one of these kind of guys, he's hard on the outside, squishy in the middle. And so it just so took me by surprise. I just, I thought we're taking the kids here. It's for the kids, but it was for Mr. Tall Kid and the
Disney
kids.
is not just for kids.
No, I know it isn't, but you know what I mean? Family vacation.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of Disney adults that are just like, oh my gosh, look who it is.
No, I had a great time too. I had fun. I was in all the magic. I loved it, but it just took me that extra. Rick just ran the kids. He left me and the kids in the dust because he was like, I gotta get my picture. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm the one taking the picture. You need to stay with the group. It was funny. Sorry, excuse me. So now that things are going on, what are you and Charlie gonna go to Disney soon? Maybe a year or two plans, or
there's nothing booked.
Okay.
Right now. I was hoping to do something maybe in a few months. I have to see what else is going on in life with some other things going on and whatnot. But then also, not to like bring up, world events, but I don't know if you've seen the news lately. I'm not getting on a plane right now.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Yeah.
And it's either a 16-hour drive or 2 hours on the plane. And I'll pick the plane usually. And 16 hours might not agree with my body.
Yep.
And then if I do go this next time, I'm most likely going to be one of those people that get one of the scooters. Because last time, all that walking was a lot on me. I'm not in
It is a lot. Our bodies, yes.
But maybe I'm thinking, if I can throw something together in 2025, I will. But it does depend on a couple other factors.
Oh, sure.
And the flights, not to mention, because I was looking actually at my spring break this year, but with the price of the flights, it'd be too crazy anyway. And now with everything going on, by the time
a lot of things are way more expensive, even when you first started going to Disney. The prices are even more.
Yeah, for two of us to go for 4 days is what I could do if I go at a different time of year. I could go for a whole week by myself. So it's like double the price, and we'd be doing like half of the stuff, which is all I need to do right now. Because of different things, like certain rides right now. It's not that I don't want to say that I can't ride them, but I'm saying no.
Right now, it wouldn't be good for your body to be moved around and jerked or
anything crazy and wild. So like that's like half of the parks right there.
All the fun stuff.
Which is fine because the way I look at it, I've already done it. So I mean, there's stuff I haven't done that it's new that I haven't done, but I've done most of those things. So if I never do them again, there's still stuff there.
You already got to experience that, and so you're okay to try something.
And I'm going literally to just enjoy myself.
Absolutely.
And the atmosphere. But depending, and because of my school schedule, I have to go when everybody else is there, and everybody else is, like trying to get a flight or whatnot, or trying to go on this day. And so it's a lot. And after being there so many times, like I'm not spending this much, especially if I'm going to do this, and then have to go back and take a nap.
Yeah.
So I have to find a good time of year where I can go, where it's not crazy, where maybe I can sit in a car for 16 hours if I have to do it that way.
Nice road trip. Bring some snacks, good tunes. Plan some cool, fun little stops on the way. Could be fun.
Trust me, we stop about every couple hours in my blend. Okay, so we'll find a stop. Mhm.
Well, let's talk about your new
Mhm.
hobby and
Mhm.
passion, my friend. And I'm excited about that because I'm been kind of
Mhm.
getting dabbling into it too. You want to let everyone know what you are
Right.
interested in starting up now?
Mhm. Well, I did mention this. I've done one video for 2025, so I did mention it in like my year plans. Um, but I have taken taken up the hobby of birding.
Yes.
I figure now that I am okay. I'm not. How do I? At, at I have about less than 18 months before I hit my midlife crisis. So, and at my age, I am starting to slow down a little bit. I'm not doing all the crazy, wild things I used to do in my 20s, even my early 30s. My body's different. And I thought this is a good way of having a hobby that's not like too involved. Too well, I shouldn't say not too involved, but too crazy on my body, too on the go. And it's something that's actually cheap. Um, so
Mhm.
all you need is like a pair of binoculars, a couple books if you want, and like apps on your phone. And it's
Mhm.
something that like I could do a whole lot. It's something I can do a little. I can do it in passing. I can get really involved with it and like learn a lot about it. Or if I decide that like this was just a phase and I'm like done with it, I didn't spend like thousands of
You spend
dollars
hundreds and hundreds of
yeah,
dollars
on
in it.
equipment and doing this and doing that, and just to be like, yeah, I'm done with it anymore.
I am
Mhm.
totally into that, especially since when Rick and I started hiking and I'd hear different birds.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, I got the Merlin app. And
Mhm.
then I would put bird feeders or out and about. And so I couldn't believe all the different birds in my own neighborhood. I just didn't know. And so it was kind of fun.
Mhm.
But all my bird feeders are wrecked. The dying tooting squirrels wrecked them all. So now I have to invest in more bird feeders. But yeah, I mean, it is fun. And it's fun that some of the males are so much more beautiful than the females. They're
Mhm.
because they need to attract those ladies. So they need to have all the colors, the reds and whatever other colors, purples, blues, to attract their ladies.
Mhm. Yeah, and like I knew what birding was. There's that movie that came out. I think it's called The Good Year. It's with Owen Wilson, where they're like serious birders.
Oh yes,
And
yes.
and
Hmm.
I and like that's the like first time I really like paid attention to like what that was, and I was like, this is just something people that are bored and have nothing better else to do. And like I'm sitting there and like I'm I can't get out and do much, and I'm looking out my window and like my grandmom used to look at like the squirrels, the birds, and like, oh look at that one, look at that. And I'm like, I'm never gonna be that person that just sits and looks out the window and like cares about nature. And I'm 6 months ago, I'm looking out my window, I'm like, look at that. Look at that one. You
Oh
know,
my gosh, Becky, I thought the
this
same thing.
bird.
My mom and dad would be like,
Oh
"Hey,
my
you
God,
gotta
this
get
is a
some
great
bird seed
hobby.
and watch these birds." I'm like, "No, I'm never gonna do that."
Hmm. Like, oh my God, I just turned into my grandma. Oh,
Hey, but I have a question for you. What age are you turning in 18 months that you're going to be having your midlife crisis? Are you going to tell me 40?
be 40.
Huh? Huh? No.
God willingly, I'm going to be 40. And actually, it will be it's less than 18 months. I
Let's
think it's
try
like
to shoot for
16.
50 for your midlife crisis, girl. Let's try to shoot for 50.
Yeah,
Soon as you
yeah.
said that, I'm like, wait a minute, you are not even near my age. So I'm like, wrote that down right away to ask you, what is your age you
I'm probably the
consider?
old midlife crisis age, the over the hill. The age back in the 90s where my parents were old. I'm about to be that.
You crack me up, girl. You're so funny.
40 is sport. I remember Lordy, Lordy, whoever's turning 40. That's we're there.
I
So I
remember when I thought 30 was old because I was like 18 or 19. Someone said they're
mhm.
30. I'm like, man, you're old. And then when I turned 30, I'm like, that's nothing. Why did I think that was so old?
I was a little like, oh, 30.
Yeah.
But 30, I liked like that, like, I mean, there's been a lot that happened in my 30s, but like 30, I feel like maturity wise was a
Mm-hmm.
good, good decade. So I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I'm thinking about this birthday coming up. I'm like, this is the last year. This is it. Then oh my god, and oh man, there somebody, I don't know. I think it's because I tried to sign up and get info for somebody. They're sending me like AARP stuff now, and I'm like, what kind of crap am I gonna get in the mail when I hit 40?
You know, my parents had to live with us for a while. They lived in Colorado, and the place my dad worked for closed, and he had 2 years left for retirement. So they wanted to move back up here from Colorado. So they asked, they could live with us. So they did. Well, because they lived with us, I started getting AARP stuff. I'm like, what the heck? Because they were advertising to them, but because seeing that they're living at my house, so I started getting it. It's just like, what the heck? But yeah, but now I can start getting it.
Well, the one good thing is, like, once I hit a certain age, I don't know if they still do senior discount at 55, or do you have
Yeah,
to be
there's certain
65?
places you can, like, maybe you get a free
Okay.
coffee, or you get 10% off your breakfast order, things like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
That'll be something fun to look for.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
So
I
you're
get
gonna
the
get a
discount.
discount when you hit 55, girl. You see?
Although,
You're still ways away
yeah,
from midlife
my
crisis.
generation, they keep on bumping up the age for stuff. If
Yeah.
I hit 55 and I don't qualify for senior discount, I'm riding. I've been waiting all my life for this.
Get in the wheelchair with your cane. I demand my senior citizen discount.
Ah,
But yeah, bird watching, we kind of got real far off that. I
mm,
think that's great because I think it's relaxing.
mhm,
Even if like you're in your home or you're sitting
mhm,
outside or whatever, it's relaxing. It's kind of fun hearing the different sounds birds make while you're on your walk. If it's like kind of a little wooded area, maybe, or there's lots of trees, there's
mhm,
more birds around. Yeah, it's relaxing. So I see what like our parents and our grandparents enjoyed about it, which I didn't when I was
uh-huh,
younger, but now I
yeah,
see the appeal. It's enjoying and
yeah.
relaxing. Mm-hmm.
I get but it's relaxing, but it's actually exciting too. Because I have ADD, I get like sometimes there's like three different kinds of birds, and I'm just like, oh, I missed them all. Oh no, like, oh no, I'm never gonna see this one again. Like, and so then I get like frustrated because it's like there's so much happening. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, are you maybe thinking even of getting a bird feeder so then maybe you could see the different birds in your neighborhood?
I am like, I have some birds that I've seen like by chance. I'm gonna try to get one of the ones you like attach to the window. I just
Well,
have to
like a
figure out.
hummingbird one, like the where the hummingbird comes, or the
I
one where
need
the
to
seeds
get.
come out.
I'm gonna get one with the seeds, but then I
Okay.
also have to figure out, like, I'll probably put it in the room that I'm in now because with the cats, I don't want them on the couch like trying to attack the window or like getting upset.
Oh yeah. No, the
Things
birdie
like that.
well, plus if you're gonna get one with a post in your yard, they cost a few dollars, but that's my goal one day to get
Mhm.
where it has like it looks like a circle, a metal circle on the bottom, and then it makes the whole bird feeder spin. It's a cylinder and it has the metal circle, and the way it works is when a squirrel tries to jump on it, it spins right away because it weighs too
Oh,
much. Whereas a bird is light and it won't make it spin. But when
okay.
the squirrel does, then it spins. And then
Mhm.
I've seen videos. It's funny, but not funny. They're hanging on for dear life and then they're
Oh man.
falling right off. But because they wrecked all my bird feeders, they can take a ride for all I care
Mhm.
in my neighborhood. Anyways, but yeah, but that'll be fun. I think you'll really like it. And just prepare maybe roast the seeds a little, real gently in the oven, like 150,
Mhm.
200 for a while, because whatever the birds don't eat, then things will start growing underneath where the seeds fall. So then when you roast them a little bit, then they won't grow into anything when they fall into it. Yeah, bird feeder with a camera would be cool. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, one of Rick's cousins for his birthday got like a I don't know what it's called, 360 camera that you can hang up in the woods or whatever, so you can see all the animals, anywhere around. We're like, wouldn't it be fun if you cut up like some apples and whatever, so you can see all the birds and deers or whatever would come, because you can see anything. It's 360. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, squirrels are brats, but they're also, I don't know. I'm not.
Well, I feed them too, though. I try they deserve to eat too.
I know they do, but they'll be little piggies and eat everything, and don't leave anything for the birds. They'll just eat everything. But yeah, that's fun. I'm excited that you're going to do this because one, I know you've, haven't been feeling your best, and going for walks. You do like being out in the fresh air, and you do like walking. As soon as this crazy winter decides to, bring us spring, you'll get to see more than just what you're seeing outside your window, or, from, activities where you're going to work or wherever you're going, you'll get to see. Oh, Elsa's dogs are his problem. They scare away the birds. Yeah. So what's like the most interesting bird you've seen so far? One that you found interesting? Hey, Jess.
Well, I got the book, I think it was October, where Charlie ordered the book for me, and then I had it, and I was going to wait until like January to make it like my 2025 thing. Then I was like so excited about it, and I was like, I'll just wait. And we were down south, and we went to visit some of his family down south, and we take, I don't know if anybody's ever been through it, like just been on the East Coast. There's a bridge that connects Virginia Beach to the other part of Virginia. It's instead of taking like I-95 down south, which is like the main route down south, you from New Jersey, we go all the way down, like the long way down Delaware through Maryland through Virginia, and then we go over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel. It's a tunnel and a bridge, and it's like 13 miles long over like the bay, and it connects like the eastern shore of Virginia to Virginia Beach, and that's the way we take. So we were on our way home, and we were coming down back into the eastern shore area, and there's like a little like sanctuary, kind of like I don't want to say like nature reserve, but it's like a part like where like it's blocked off for all of the like not just birds, but for nature and like things like that. And we're coming off of the bridge, and I look up on the light pole, and I know that like a lot of times you see like cameras, they're like like owls or big birds, and they're actually can't, like it's a fake bird that's actually a camera. So at first I was like, is that like a camera up there? And it's like this big bird, and we get close to it, and it's a freaking eagle.
Wow.
I'm like, wait, is that a real? And then it was happened so fast, I couldn't get a picture. I'm like, that counts. And that's when I started tracking. So it was like November 9th, I think.
Okay.
It was November 9th or 10th, isn't like we got home.
And you're like, I've seen the eagle. I'm putting it in the book.
Yeah. So I have like this bird book.
Yep.
It's like bird watching. It tells you all about like different like birds, neighborhood birds. And then I have, it's supposed to be for kids. It's called the Birder's Logbook. And it has stickers in the back. And the first one,
I love it.
First one I grab, and then you like match it up. Where is it? Is the eagle right here?
Oh, awesome. That's so cool.
The only ones I've put in the book are ones that me and Charlie have seen together, because it's something we'd actually like to do together. But I have a whole bunch of different birds that I've seen. And I think somebody mentioned the Merlin app.
I have the Merlin app. I have that on my phone too.
Yeah. So I have a whole bunch of them. So I've seen that. I actually saw a couple of red-tailed hawks flying over my house a couple weeks ago, just by chance. I was looking out the window. I'm like, That's a red-tailed hawk. Look at that. Wow. And then it doesn't count today. I think I saw it was either red-tailed hawk or Cooper's hawk. It was dead on the side of the road, so I'm not going to count that
Oh,
one.
that's a
But
bummer. No, I
um,
love it.
those
I
are the
love
two
that you
coolest
are
I've
starting
seen.
this new hobby
Yeah.
and adventure because it kind of goes with what you're
Mhm.
already doing. You already like walking. You're already
Mhm.
outside. You're at the
Mhm.
beach. I'm sure there's different, well, mostly seagulls and probably
Yeah.
whatever, but probably different birds coming around. So you're already kind of immersed in that, anyways. So why
Mhm.
not take the next step? And like you said,
Mhm.
maybe you need little binoculars or whatever, but you're not spending lots of money
Yeah.
and you're having fun and it's a free, technically almost a free entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Mhm.
Well, is there anything else you would like to share? Because we
Mhm.
got to be a little bit over an hour here.
I think that's, I mean,
We
that's,
talked about a
and
lot,
yeah.
covered a
Yeah.
lot.
I don't know what other hobbies I have like right now. I mean, at some point, the only other thing that I know that I do as like a hobby, and like I can't do it now because of the way my hands are, is that I do like to crochet, but I only know really like one stitch. So every once in a while, I'll make something. I haven't done it in a couple of years, but that's the only
And
other.
that's relaxing too, knitting and crocheting, that type of
Mhm.
stuff. And it's
That's something
fun.
I'll do while TV's on, and I'll
Yeah.
be watching and.
Hmm. I
Mhm.
love that. Well, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, Mister, you just came. We're wrapping it up, but I want to thank everybody who is in the chat, whoever comes to
Mhm.
replay gang. Thank you for coming. And please don't forget, if you do not follow Becki, check out her channel. It's My 5 Star Life, and she has so much fun on her channel. And right now she's taking a little break, just maybe coming back and forth with some
Mhm.
updates. But who knows what the spring will be coming? Maybe we'll get to see some
Mhm.
fabulous birds she's finding or stalking. Who knows what she's going to be doing?
Mhm.
I'm kidding. But I really appreciate you, Becki, for taking the time, spending time with me. And I'm sorry it took us so long, but I appreciate you. I think you are just wonderful. And I can't wait to
Mhm.
see what you have. New adventures coming your way. Really, I'm just really glad we got to meet, be
Mhm.
friends. I think we met for actually Steps Challenge, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
besides, doing fitness and dieting, we're more. That's why our hobbies and passions are important to share, because
Mhm.
maybe you inspired somebody with some of your passions. They may have never thought about that, and maybe you're going to check that out
Mhm.
now. So thank you, Becki.
No problem. You're welcome. Mhm.
Well, everybody, I hope you have a lovely evening and a fabulous week. And guess what? You, Becki, you, everyone in chat, you who are watching, never forget you're amazing. Bye. We love you. Take
All right.
care.
Nice chatting.
And Becki, you say yours.
Oh, and have a 5-star day.
Whoop whoop. Bye, everybody.
Bye.